Have you ever lost money in cars?
I've lost money in the lower dollar value car. Oh, no, I did. Yes, I did. My 812 Superfast. I took a bath on
What
that
happened
car.
on that?
So I bought a white 812 Superfast and I paid $397,000 for it. And I sold it for, it's weird because I traded it in on another car. So I got a huge sales tax savings. My trade-in value is 285, but I saved about 20 grand in sales tax by trading it in. So I feel like I sold it for 305. So I mean, I effectively lost 100 grand on that
But then
white
what about
812.
the content that you were able to make with that? Even with that considered, is it still at a loss?
Yes, because that car I didn't film a lot of content with. So I bought the white 812 and I had big plans to do a crazy build on the car. I was going to do a wide body kit. I wanted to paint it, a custom interior, like go crazy. And then I got the car and I paid almost 400 grand for it. And it was such a nice car. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't cut up the car. And so I found myself in this very weird scenario in which I would just kind of drive it every once in a while and the car would just depreciate in value. And I put an exhaust on it, but I didn't film that many videos with the car. And then I sold it. And I ended up trading it in for a crashed 812. And the logic behind that is that that would be a car that I would feel comfortable to cut up and to paint and to wide body.
Let's talk about that because that was owned by Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Do we know who was driving the car or is that not public yet?
Don't know. We can't say for sure. It's registered to him, so probably, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that we had a mutual friend who was on the scene shortly thereafter. He saw Michael B. Jordan at the scene, but he wasn't there to witness the accident. There is video footage of it crashing though.
I saw that.
And whoever was driving lost the back end, overcorrected, and hit a Kia on the side of the
You would
road.
think there would be somebody who would keep filming and watch the driver get out of the car.
Right.
I bet that exists. And I bet if, hypothetically, that were Michael B. Jordan, you would just say, hey, here's a little money, delete that part of the video. You keep
post
everything else, but
yeah,
delete that part.
I get it. I mean,
it's still, no one knows.
Absolutely.
You would think it's like that many people were filming this car. Someone would see the person get out of the car.
Well, the weird thing about the footage is that it came out about 2 weeks after the accident happened. The footage of a car actually crashing. Because Gordon F-Spot, he filmed his video. He was there at the scene. He posted it the next day. It wasn't until 2 weeks later that the footage of the car behind posted it on Instagram. And all the news stations
I didn't
posted
know
it.
that.
So yeah, I mean, you could be completely right. Who knows? Who knows what happened?
Wow. But you ended up buying it. It's an interesting story. So that car ends up on Copart.
Yes.
Which is like for damaged, salvaged cars. You could go and bid on these things. But you couldn't buy it because you weren't a dealer?
Correct.
You didn't know any dealers who could just place a bid on your behalf?
I probably could have, but I was too late to it. So the car popped up on Copart and I immediately saw the car. And, you know, I don't know if it's Copart or states have different rules and laws. And depending on where the car pops up for sale, people like me can buy them. And this car popped up for sale in California. And in California, it's my understanding, I'm not like an expert in the field, you have to be a broker of sorts to purchase a car off Copart. And the car was on Copart for such a short period of time before I noticed it. I think it'd been on Copart for a while. I just wasn't aware of it. That by the time I had reached out to a couple of my friends who are brokers, the car had already sold. Now, unfortunately, the car sold for around $140,000.
Okay.
Fast forward about a month or two later, the car popped up on eBay and I saw it. And immediately I was like, I want this car. And the value in the car showing up on eBay was that the car had already gone through like the salvage title process, like the paperwork side, because my understanding is when a car is in an accident, the title, obviously it has to come back. Like if there's an insurance claim, a new title is issued in this form of a salvage. And the broker has a lot of expert knowledge, education to be able to do that. So the car popped up on eBay. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I didn't have to jump through any hoops. I had the salvage title. And they had kind of done, I guess, like a little bit of work to the car. The wheel was reattached because in the accident, when the car hit the Kia, the wheel detached from the car, rolled down the road. But then on the eBay ad, the wheel was reattached to the car. The wheel was also repaired. It had been repainted. And the suspension assembly was also reattached. and it appears to be brand new. Now, the suspension assembly on an 812 Superfast is probably a $10,000 part. So, there's a lot of value in that. I ended up buying the car for $187,000. So basically the car sold on Copart for $140,000. I bought it for $187,000. So the broker who got the car off of Copart made anywhere between, I don't know, $30,000 and $45,000 probably on the transaction.
Do you have to pay sales tax when you buy a salvaged car?
Yep.
So that's got, well, I guess as a dealer, maybe you just.
Yeah, as a dealer, you don't have to. Correct. You don't have to. And when I traded my white 812 in, it was traded in on the salvage title 812. So I didn't have to pay sales tax either because I traded in the car.
And so your plan is to fix up this car?
Correct.
How's that going?
Well, so unfortunately, in my infinite wisdom, I bought the car on eBay, sight unseen, looked at all the photos, did all the research I could. I flew out to California, to Sacramento to pick up the car. I trailered my truck out to California to look at the car. I should have flown out to California. And as soon as I got out there, I discovered the car had frame damage. So the upper and lower frame rails on the passenger side had holes in them the size of like a baseball. Now, the eBay photos were taken in a very, very specific way that you could not see that frame damage. So that was very unexpected. So when I bought the car for $187,000, I was thinking, I'll probably have to put in maybe 40, 50 grand to get this car up and running. Once I got there and I saw the frame damage, I was like, this is a whole different ballgame. Because all of a sudden, to repair an aluminum frame on a Ferrari is not a simple process. But I'd already paid for the car, already wired the money.
Why would you buy the car and wire the money without inspecting the car like that?
I got caught up in the YouTube game. Because think about it. It's a celebrity-owned car. So that's going to help the content. The accident was captured on camera. I want an 812 Superfast too. Because the white 812 that I have, I just don't have, I don't want to cut it up. It's too nice of a car. It's too perfect of a car. The damage on this car in the photos appeared to be perfect for what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a wide body kit. The kit that I'm getting comes with a replacement front bumper, a replacement front fender. It's the perfect car. And it has the celebrity aspect. Rebuilds are, so popular on YouTube right now that I got caught up in it. YouTube has a way of saving everything because at the end of the day, you'll always get the videos, even when a bad thing happens. And, I looked at airfare, and airfare is so expensive right now. It's like $800 to fly to Sacramento. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
How is it that much money? You couldn't find a Southwest?
Oh, I mean, maybe
in the morning.
I didn't look into it that much.
Okay.
I just got so excited because I felt like I had missed out on the car when it was on Copart. And so as soon as it popped up on eBay, I was like, that's the Michael B. Jordan car. I sent it to F-Spot immediately. All my friends were all talking about it, and
of course they're all like, yeah, man,
everyone's like,
do
it. And I made a stupid decision.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no excuse for it, and I'll never do it again. Lesson learned. Sometimes you hear other people make mistakes and you're like, I'll never make that mistake. You really kind of have to make the mistake yourself to kind of learn. Because it has frame damage, that means I had to pull the motor. I had to trailer the car to Pennsylvania. I'm going to have to pay, $20,000, $30,000 extra. So it's lesson learned, hard lesson learned.
So on the Ferrari, how much do you expect? Knowing what you know now, how much is that going to cost?
I'm going to say the 812 Superfast is the biggest mistake I've ever made financially, buying this crash car. Because Ferrari is so incredibly hard to work with. So the parts are just out of control expensive. The upper dashboard on the 812, just the leather piece where the passenger airbag blew, is $8,000. Just the top piece of the dashboard is $8,000. The airbag that sits inside is like $1,500.
Is there a way to buy this wholesale or no? You're just stuck.
So I've tried to buy as much as I can on eBay, or there's a couple random websites in Europe as well that sell used Ferrari parts. And I've tried to find as much as I can. The issue is there's just not that many 812 Superfasts that are ever built, right? And there's even fewer that are in accidents. And so there's very few secondhand parts available. And something like a dashboard, most accidents that involve a Ferrari, if it has a passenger, that airbag is going to go off, that dashboard is going to need to be replaced, right?
Yeah. So why can't you just sell it right now? Take a loss.
Absolutely, I could. Absolutely, yeah. I could absolutely walk away from it. And the nice thing about, the YouTube channel that I've created, I have always been very open and honest with my audience. I mess up all the time. I make fun of myself all the time. And I think my audience would understand if I wanted to give up. but I'm not ready to give up yet. Like, I would rather take an L, learn all these lessons from this, have the satisfaction of repairing the car myself, and yeah, enjoy the car from there on out, and remind myself every single day, anytime I buy a car, especially a crash car, fly out and do an inspection. It'd be a good reminder for that. But the cool thing is, at the end of the day, the YouTube content will always be more interesting when bad things happen. Now, I would never purposely make bad things happen.
Yeah.
But it's more interesting for a viewer to see this happen. I mean, to see me and my girlfriend remove a V12 engine out of a Ferrari as somebody who's never pulled a motor out of any car, it's got to be fairly interesting to the viewer. And for me, it's been a great educational experience too.
Yeah. I like watching a lot of Hoovie's Garage.
Yeah,
and Tavares.
Hoovie's the man. Yeah, Tavares is the man. Though the coolest thing about all of this is the car YouTuber community and the rebuild sector. They're the nicest guys. Like, I buy this car, Tavares texts me immediately. He's like, dude, you need anything. You need me to fly out, come help you. You have any questions? I'm always
That
here.
would be a great
Call
collab.
me, text me. It
to
would
see
be.
both
It would
of
be.
you working on that car.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
And to see you
just,
helping him with his McLaren.
I don't know if I'd be much help, but
doing
I could at
something,
least go
yeah.
say hello. And I also got to shout out Matt Armstrong, because Matt reached out to me as well. So Matt and Tavares both reached out to me. And then Jack, who works with Tavares, he also reached out to me. So the three of them, you know, they were all there. Like, any given moment, I can ask them questions, which has just been, it's just been really nice that, like, in this day and age when there's so much competition, that these guys are just like so helpful and willing to help, you know, a fellow car guy.
Yeah.